Welcome to the Real Estate Way to Wealth and Freedom podcast with Jacob Ayers, providing actionable content to help you along your journey to financial freedom through real estate investing. As the premier asset class, real estate has helped ordinary people just like you amass fortunes. The benefits of passive income from real estate investing will allow you to live a life you want. And now, your host, entrepreneur, real estate investor, and apartment deal syndicator, Jacob Ayers.
Hi, and welcome to the Real Estate Way to Wealth and Freedom podcast, episode 146. Hi, I'm your host, Jacob Ayers, and you are listening to Friday Fundamentals. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode. I'm so glad you're here. Recently, many of you have been reaching out via the website or email, connecting with me, introducing yourself, telling me about your journey, asking questions, etc. I love hearing from you all. You guys are absolutely doing a phenomenal job. Several of the people I've had the opportunity of speaking with recently are Bo, Adrian, Will, Danny, and Samir. You all are absolutely doing a phenomenal job in your own rights. Every one of you are taking action, investing in yourselves, and investing in your future. So for that, you should be absolutely proud. Keep up the awesome work, and most importantly, continue to stay in touch with me as I love hearing from you guys. If you have any questions or would love to reach out to me, feel free to do so at www.jacobayers.com/contact or email me directly at info@jacobayers.com. Well, with that, let's jump into this week's Friday Fundamental. This week's Friday Fundamental is challenges over complacency. We live in a world that our ancestors probably couldn't even dream about. Advances in modern technology have changed the way we live, interact, work, etc. We have the world at our fingertips with smartphones and access to a global network of information we call the internet. Our lives are filled with luxuries. Whether we think of them as such is another topic, like modern medicine, clean water at the turn of a knob, heating and air conditioning, a wide variety of food available, stable government, stable social infrastructure, security from threats, and the list goes on and on. These are all great things, and we shouldn't take them for granted. We're truly lucky to live in the world we do. We are comfortable. Sounds all good, right? Well, maybe not so much. These comforts we're accustomed to have created some unique problems in their own sense. We're no longer challenged in the ways we once were as humans. If an individual wanted to go throughout life without facing extreme challenges, they could. And many people do. This has some consequences, though. Think of that feeling you get when you accomplish something difficult. That's an awesome feeling, right? Well, lots of people aren't getting that. There's not much sense of accomplishment by turning your thermostat down a couple degrees if your home is too warm. Now, I personally think this lack of opportunity for accomplishment is what drives people to work so hard on both their careers and family. Because what else is there to accomplish? This is not to say that there aren't ways in which you can challenge yourself, because there absolutely are. You just have to search for those and purposely take them on. Let's look at how you can do that. There's a good quote by Benjamin E. Mays that says, "The tragedy of life is often not in our failure, but rather in our complacency. Not in our doing too much, but rather in our doing too little. Not in living above our ability, but rather in our living below our capacities." Really powerful quote. Let that one sink in. There are many ways to challenge yourself. One of the best ways to challenge yourself comes from advice from Grant Cardone, which is to set 10x goals. We've all heard this, or many of us have anyways. This 10x goal mentality means to set your goals 10 times higher and then follow up with massive action. The act of simply 10xing your goals causes you to think differently to achieve them. You'll have to push yourself outside your comfort zone just to attempt to achieve that goal. You'll force yourself out of being comfortable and complacent. Setting a 10x goal will give you something difficult to try to accomplish. This alone is the root of what we all crave. It's in our makeup to overcome challenges, figure out new things, and defy the odds stacked against us. The harder the task, the better it feels to accomplish it. Need proof? Just think to a time in your life when you accomplished something difficult and how you felt after. I bet you felt a sense of accomplishment you don't usually feel. A dopamine rush. All kinds of great feelings come to mind. Now, I'm not a clinical psychologist and haven't spent my career researching the effects that accomplishing difficult challenges has on the human mind. But I do know the results of such in my own life have been profound, and I haven't even accomplished much. I'm just an engineer, real estate investor, and podcast host trying to figure out my own way in life. But these challenges on their own have been enough to push me outside my comfort zone and cause me to change the way I think. From setting a 10x goal, it all starts with that first step. Maybe your goal is to earn $40,000 per month in passive income from cash flowing real estate. Sounds extremely daunting, right? $40,000 per month. Well, you just have to take that first step. Maybe that path looks something like buying a single family home, then a duplex, then a fourplex, then a small apartment building, then a larger, and you continue to repeat this process. Now, many people never challenge themselves and go through life being complacent. Fear of failure, lack of motivation, and little self-confidence keep people from chasing their dreams and pursuing what they want. Don't let this be you. You are an action taker and are more than capable of achieving anything you can dream of. It just takes a lot of hard work and dedication. So, what will your challenge be? How will you accomplish it? Whatever it is, pursue it with all you have. Soon enough, you'll look back with a sense of accomplishment by placing your challenges over complacency. Well, that wraps up this week's episode of Friday Fundamentals. I really hope you're getting value from these short Friday Fundamental segments and, of course, our interviews with our weekly guests. If you like what you've heard, please go over and leave a rating and review on whichever platform you're listening on. Well, for more information, resources, and to connect with me, visit www.jacobayers.com. Till next week, engineer the lifestyle you want.
You've been listening to the Real Estate Way to Wealth and Freedom podcast, providing you actionable content to build your real estate empire. Nothing on this show should be considered specific, personal, or professional advice. Please consult an appropriate tax, legal, real estate, financial, or business professional for personal advice. The opinions of guests are their own. Information is not guaranteed. All investment strategies have a potential for profit or loss. The host is operating on behalf of the Real Estate Way to Wealth and Freedom, LLC, exclusively.